please bless my castle of sand. Waiting on the battle, so handle all in my hand. The war forces more toward my door with demands. More important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art. And for your fans, when you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along, liquid fortresses made of stone, religious palaces made out of flesh and bone, waiting for our time to shine, Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellite to track where you are and see your black as night, attack it with sparks. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive, and charged from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of it, secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah, yeah.
I'm Todd Grisham, and how about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? Brooklyn Hall. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time now for our tale of the tape, Edgar Berlanga, and they will enjoy a reach advantage. Up against them, the Bobcat, and they will have a power advantage here. They'll fight as middleweights.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this.
It's Edgar Berlanga from the United States of America, and they hold the SCI national title, coming off a knockout victory in their last fight. And they'll be facing the Bobcat from...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
What a pleasure it is to be here. Here we go for round one. Can't land the jab there. Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. The champion is back for another defense. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They exchange punches. Missing with the hook. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut misses. Punch, counter punch. He got out of the way of that right hook. Beautiful counter shot. And the Bobcat goes down. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Those counter punches have to hurt. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Misses with the jab. Missing with the hook. Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. There's a counter shot. That jab doesn't score. He misses with that jab. Good counter punching. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know you've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their...
There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice counter shot. They miss with the jab. Defense is not an option for these two. It's bombs away. And he misses with that straight left. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. You don't want to trade shots. That jab won't score. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Caution is being thrown to the wind. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. The corner's got the tower. They're going to throw it in. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The perfect counter lands. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. With this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Catch and shoot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell to start round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Trying to land that jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Looking to land the hook. An upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Here comes round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And that left hook doesn't find its target. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. How about that time counter shot? You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter punch. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Perfect counter lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right.
There's the bell to start round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Left hook just missed. So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hold it right there. What a massive up. And down goes the Bobcat. Let's see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.
Another gun. All damn just what have I become. No chance, I'll stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, we ain't here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Flown out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down